The Federal Reserve plans to raise interest rates for the first time in years. While hiking rates as a whole of economy tool, doing so will also affect everyday consumers. The last time the Fed raised the interest rates was back in 2018, after which it began incrementally lowering them. The central bank dropped the federal funds rate to near zero at the outset of the coronavirus pandemic back in 2020 and has kept them at that level. Now, Fed officials are predicting a series of rate hikes in the coming months and years, the first of which could come in March. Inflation has been the major factor pushing the central bank to raise rates. Consumer prices increased 6.8% for the year, ending in November, the fastest pace of inflation in 39 years. While higher rates will hopefully tamp down the rising cost of goods, they will also affect credit cards, mortgages, investments, and savings. This year will be when interest rates start rising, but the central bank doesn't expect that trajectory to stop. In December, the Fed said that after the initial bump, it expects two more hikes of 25 basis points before the end of the year, and then more in the following years. Although that is all contingent upon economic trends. Quote, consumers shouldn't just focus on interest rates going up this year, but the potential cumulative effect over the next 2 or 3 years. This comes from Bankrate's Chief Financial Analyst, Greg McBride. Credit card users will be some of the first to experience changes due to the rising interest rates. McBride said that he thinks there's a bit of urgency for some credit card users to act before the rate hikes. He said that as interest rates cumulatively increase over time, it will represent a significant headwind to debt repayment efforts. Quote, if you can grab a 0% or other low-rate balance transfer offer now, that not only insulates you from the rate hikes we're expecting to see this year, but it gives you a runway to get that credit card debt paid off once and for all. And that's the end game. For Headlines with a Voice, this has been the Lockhart News Brief.